All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Infinite Abilities podcast. And today I have a really cool guest. Her name is Tiffany Everett, and she is just a rock star, especially when it comes to social media. Like, if you think that I'm doing good on social media, a lot of it is because of her. Like, I see what she's doing, and then what she recommends, and then I implement it. It's awesome. So, Tiffany, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you on.
Thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast.
Oh yeah, of course. So, can you tell us, what all you do? Because you do a lot more than just social media. You're very busy.
Well, thank you so much. I really am. So, first thing first is I am a minister of the gospel. I love to talk
Mm-hmm.
about the Lord. Secondly, I am a mother, single mom of an amazing son who has also overcame some different challenges. But to God be the glory, he is here. I'm excited with how God is working with and through him. Then, of course, I am social media business coach. And what that means is that I help my clients to be able to come out of obscurity so that they can do more business online and attract more clients using social media and specifically video, because I think video is the thing that grabs people's attention, keeps their attention, depending on how you do it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I love to use video because I believe that that's the one thing that people are searching for. And that's how they can see, who you are and who they're doing business with. And then lastly, I'm a real estate agent. So I help my clients to be able to buy, sell, and invest in real estate.
Yeah, like I said, you do so much, but everything you do, you're a rock star at everything. Like I love watching you, and I don't think I mentioned this, but you're also one of my accountability partners. So we get to talk every week, and we know what we're all doing, and you're just always just doing a lot, and it's awesome. You're just amazing.
I'm just really grateful that, I'm on this path and journey. And my whole goal is just really to help people. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful to be in a position to be able to help others.
Exactly, and that's what I'm doing too. I just want to help others because that feeling you get, that beats anything. When you actually help someone, it feels so good. It's awesome. So when it comes to social media, you said that video is like the best, which I agree. I post a lot of video content, so but it does get exhausting. So, what would you recommend to people who want to post a lot, like at least once a day, but not have it consume their life and take up too much time?
That's a wonderful question. So I would say that one of the things that is definitely helpful is planning, taking a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that day may be, but a day that you have some time to just create and call that your creative day. And so on your creative day, you would take some time to, you know, search and see what the, what's popular out there. You could do that. Some people like to use popular music. Some people like to use certain themes, so you
Mm-hmm.
pretty much would take that day to create all of your content, your scripts, your videos, what music you're going to use. And once you've done all that, then you want to schedule it. By
Mm-hmm.
scheduling it, like you were just saying, it stops from consuming your day. Now, I will admit that I don't do a lot of scheduling, especially when it comes to the ministries, because a lot of times the word just comes to me at a certain time. Like I'll be getting ready to leave, in my car,
Mm-hmm.
and before I can leave the driveway, the word will hit me and I do it right then and there,
Mm-hmm.
right? But a lot of times when it comes to, like if you're giving tips for something, or if you're giving different strategies about how to do different things and techniques, especially if you're going to be showing people how to do it, those are things that you will definitely have to plan those things out. Or if you're using some different captioning programs that you can create maybe within your phone app, those things can be scheduled out, so you'll get the flow of it. But I would say for the most part, scheduling is the one thing that helps to stop it from feeling like consuming your whole day. But then some
Mm-hmm.
things you can't schedule, right? You can't schedule stories.
Mm-mm.
Really, you
Nope.
can't schedule, threads. You can't schedule, not yet, so there
Yeah.
are some things that you really can't schedule. What I would say for the most part, the things that you are able to schedule, to just schedule those out. And then when you're feeling creative, or when a thought comes into your mind, like on I know one, like on Facebook specifically, if you want to just share or express like a certain comment using like one of the black backgrounds or red backgrounds or whatever color you choose, you can't schedule those out either,
Mm-hmm.
especially not on your personal page. But when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to your business pages, and now with the groups, you can't schedule the groups using a third party product, but you can
Mm-hmm.
use Facebook's product to be able to schedule it out. So whenever you have
Yeah.
the opportunity to schedule something out, it's definitely going to save you time.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm in the same boat. I'm terrible at actually scheduling, like because, like you said, you can't schedule everything. So, like the way I look at it, I do schedule here and there, but a lot of it is like, well, if I have to post it on here and here manually, I might as well take the extra 5 minutes and do it all. That's kind of, but I am working on scheduling, but yeah, especially on YouTube. YouTube's very easy just to schedule and you're done. So I have been working on that. And then I also love what you said about when you actually record. Like, yes, it's good to pick a day where you can record, but like you said, sometimes things just come to you, and you should just pick up your phone right there and record it on the spot. Because it's not going to be the same if you wait and do it later.
That is
So
true.
I do that all the time.
That is true, and then you'll forget. You'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes, like, wait, what was it that I was going to do again? I completely
Yep.
forget about it. So and then if you're doing too many takes, then you're going to run out of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yep.
something, so even with that, I would say write it down, write down the thought.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can come back to it, just in case, like maybe you're getting ready to run into a meeting and then this thought just popped into your head all of a sudden. I would say use your notes
Yeah.
on your phone, or a tablet or something, and just jot down that quick idea. Because
Mm-hmm.
as you going through the day and doing different stuff, you'll forget about it completely. But then because you wrote your notes down, you can come back to it, and then you can continue to use your creativity.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I do. If I can't record it right then and there, I pull up my note tab, and it's called content ideas, and I write it down. And then later on, I look at it, then I record. Like it's that simple. Um, with your clients, do you find more people using a script for their content, or just kind of winging it like I do?
I, for the most part, what I am seeing is a combination of the two. Some
Mm-hmm.
just kind of, some in real estate, of course. Like if you're giving stats, then you
Yeah.
definitely would need to know what those stats are, to give
Mm-hmm.
those. Others, like, I do have clients in fitness, and basically, like making a smoothie or something like that. It's not really scripted. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say it's really a combination of both. It's a combination of just using that creativity right then and there. Like if you're in the kitchen,
Yep.
baking or cooking, making a smoothie, or right before you get ready to drive, because I don't record while driving at all.
Mm-hmm.
Before I drive, leave, or once I get to my destination, maybe I'll do so, or on the spot, I'll do it. And I also see other clients pretty much doing the same thing. Like if they're doing an open house, then they're recording on the spot with the open house, because really there's no script. You
Yeah.
know the amount of bedrooms the house has. You take them on a tour of that home, and you give them a call to action. So I want to say that it's really a combination of the two. It just really depends on what you're doing at that time. Because as you know, with stories is kind of an on the go thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an opportunity to show what's going on in the background. Some of the behind the scenes things that's happening, like maybe what's happening before you go on stage, or
Mm-hmm.
what you're recommending for breakfast or lunch or dinner or something like that, or playing golf with your kids or whatever the case may be. So stories is kind of like a back. You get to see what's going on in the background. So I would say, yeah, it's a combination of two things that people are doing, either scripting or just being authentic.
Yeah. And now, do you use like a teleprompter, like something where it shows you your script?
Yes, there are times that I have used a teleprompter. There's an app that I use that does have an internal teleprompter that helps me. Even with that, I still go off script, and I will add things, because at the end of the day, you want to personalize it. And
Exactly.
so you want it to come off as though this is you, this is my personality. No, I don't say it that way. This is how I say it. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't use that specific word. I would probably use this word. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I do go off scripts, but there are most times that I do use a teleprompter app. And then, or sometimes I have notes written down, and I will, read the notes. Like if it's a scripture for the Bible, I'll read it right then while I'm saying the prayer. I'll read it to my
Mm-hmm.
audience. So that I use that method as well, but also write down notes, and I'll refer back to my notes. Sometimes I may have notes on my computer if I'm doing something that's on the computer, so I can kind of look over at the notes, or sometimes I just memorize it, and if it's something that I'm really comfortable with, I can speak to it directly without having to do any of
Mm-hmm.
that. So I would say yes, but I do also use some other methods too.
Awesome. Yeah, I have used a teleprompter app,
Hmm.
and like you said, you go off a script. Well, when I go off script, like I go so far off that I can't come back on. So it's just like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it now. So it's for me, it doesn't work. Like sometimes I can do it, but every video that I do, this is just me. It comes out better if I just wing it. Whatever I say, and I post it. I'm also like I've learned like no matter what, like if you mess up in a video, just post it anyways because people like to see that. They like to see that we're human. So I mess up in almost every video I post. A lot of people don't know this, but I do. But it's just post it anyways. It doesn't matter.
When I see your videos, like they're always uplifting and they're
Hmm.
always motivational, and you always have a way to make people smile. Like I like, look, Nick, that was so cool, So thank you for being an inspiration to everyone, and thank you for sharing a part of you and your talents with us, because it's really um, uplifting to hear your voice and to see what you are doing for people. So thank you.
Well, yeah, of course, and thank you for saying that. I really love what I'm doing, so it's nice to have somebody tell me how I've impacted them. So it's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we've been talking about social media a lot. And why do you think social media is so important to an entrepreneur or, anybody in business?
I think it's important because what we learn, um, Grant talks about this all the time. If they don't know you, how can they flow you? And
Mm-hmm.
so if no one, if you, and oftentimes we hear about this quote, secret agent. So if no one knows what you do, then how do they buy from you? If you have no presence, and like now, I don't know, for me, one of the things that I do when I'm going to hire someone for a position, or if someone's asking, hey, you have these random questions like, hey, let me grow your social media, or let me help you do this or help you do that. The first thing that I'm doing is I'm doing my homework, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking out the social media to see if they're actually doing the thing that they're promising that they can do for you. And I think a lot of people are now starting to utilize it as such, as that type of tool that is an opportunity for them to go back and see what it is that you're doing. And if you are being successful doing that thing, that I can trust and believe that you'll be able to help me to do it. So I believe it's an opportunity. It's a free tool that we've been
Mm-hmm.
blessed with to be able to
Mm-hmm.
utilize to help other people to get from where they are to where they want to be, whether that is personally, financially, or spiritually. It's a way to be able to connect with people globally on a large
Mm-hmm.
scale. Like you can talk to someone in Africa and you
Oh
are
yeah.
in Texas or
Mm-hmm.
Florida. And so you are able to get into the homes of people that you would not traditionally be able to do that, all through utilizing various apps within the social media atmosphere. And so I believe that it's important for churches, businesses, entrepreneurs, and anyone who is selling a product to be utilizing it, because right now it's free to be able to use
Mm-hmm.
it. Perhaps there may be a charge on it later. As we can see, some of them have implemented different ways to monetize their products, but I think it's an opportunity to be able to just use what you have, the gifts that you've already been given and granted, to be able to see other people and to come out of obscurity so people can know, like, and trust you, start to understand that
Mm-hmm.
you are the professional or the go-to person that they should be going to in this particular field so that they can use your products and your services.
I agree 100%. If nobody knows you, they can't fool you. I love that saying by Grant Cardone. It's amazing. And, I started, putting myself out there a little over a year ago. And the difference that has made is it's out of this world. Like, how, just simply how much happier I am because I'm helping people through my social media. you know, because social media isn't paying my bills. The last time I checked, I can't take my followers, number down to the bank and pay a bill. That doesn't work, But I love how my followers and my supporters comment, DM, and just tell me, thank you. I needed this today. It's incredible. That feeling, you can't beat that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I often talk about too is important that because we don't own these platforms is finding a way to be able to get email addresses, because that
Mm-hmm.
way you're able to really connect with the person off the platform so that you can start to now build a relationship with them, to be able to talk to them about some of the things that we have to offer, and to be able to connect with them on a deeper level. Maybe invite them to a
Yeah.
podcast, or invite them to a free course that you may be teaching, or to get a free ebook or some sort. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's one of the ways that we can use, in addition to connecting with them on the app, to be able to get with them off the app so that we can now start to have a business relationship with them.
Yep. Exactly. You have to get them into your circle so then you can help them now and later on. I agree. Awesome. So, what does my slogan, "Your abilities are infinite," mean to you?
Your abilities are infinite means that there is nothing that can stop you from doing the thing that your heart is telling you to do. If you're to write a book or create a movie or do a podcast or just step out on confidence and be a speaker, success is not the key to confidence. Confidence is the key to success by Nick Yearhart. So
Exactly.
it means that if you believe in your heart that you can do it, and you sometimes you have to get training, you may have to
Mm-hmm.
hire a coach, you may need a
Mm-hmm.
mentor, someone that can push you, you may need some accountability, but
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity is there. And if it's to be, it is up to you to do that. And so I love the slogan that you have there, because only thing that can stop you is what you're thinking in your head. But if you take
Mm-hmm.
that time to really hone in on your purpose and your calling, and like I had an opportunity yesterday to pray for our nation, um, in one of my church, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do specifically other than pray. I didn't know what else I needed to do, but I knew that I could do it. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew that if someone was calling me to do it, they believed enough in me, first of all, to ask me to do it. So with that, all the nerves after I took some time and prayed, it just went out the door. So when you're doing it, it may be uncomfortable. It may be
Mm-hmm.
outside your comfort zone, to stand up there and to speak in front of people, or to start writing that book, or to start getting out there and promoting that book, or creating that video. It may be hard and uncomfortable at first, but you can do it. And so that's what
Mm-hmm.
it means to me. It means that, if you take the steps and you believe that you can, you will succeed at it.
I agree 100%. And I love that, like, everybody has their own unique take on it. That's why I love asking that question. I know I asked you at GrowthCon in person when we did our social media video together, but that's a question that I feel like you can be asked as many times as I ask you, and your answer is always going to be incredible. Because the saying just speaks for itself. It really does.
It really does.
So
And I like it.
thank you, thank you. So how can people find you?
So I can be reached at tiffanyceverett.com/grow. That's my direct link to get in communication with me, to schedule an appointment. But I'm also available on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. So whatever is your favorite app, I'm there, probably there. So if you really want to connect with me and schedule an appointment, definitely go to tiffanyceverett.com/grow, GROW, and I'll be able to connect with you there.
Awesome. And you'll be able to find all of Tiffany's links in the show notes. So just look down there below. All right, Tiffany, it was really awesome to have you, and just keep rocking it. All right.
You too, Nick. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, everyone. That's a wrap on another episode of the Infinite Ability Podcast. I'll see you on the next one, and don't forget, your abilities are infinite.